Well, good evening there, and we told you that Halloween isn't over yet, and there is a reason it's not over yet, because we are here at the Horror Zone in the Netherlands, and yeah, it is the last event that is open this Halloween. It's open this weekend and next weekend, and that is it. This is our last Halloween event of this year, but we had a great time last year. We're looking forward to going through. This is a non-profit event, so everything they earn, they put back into it. It's a temporary event, but we had a really good time last year, so we're going to go through and see what the Horror Zone has got for us this year. We understand that the aliens have landed and taken over in the village of Huckabay. So yeah, we shall see what's inside.
Hoeveel toeristen er zijn? Kom maar kijken. Toeristen? Aliens! Heb jij zo gezien?
We hebben ze wel gegeten.
Aliens gegeten?
Ja, gefrituurd.
Oh, dat lijkt me ook wel wat. Lekker een bodempillet.
Ja, met ketchup.
Dan ga ik zo eens proberen bij de Meat Factory. Bij de Meat Factory. Daar hebben ze ook goed. Dus even weer een slokje nemen.
Ja.
Hey, ik ga even kijken bij de bars.
Ja, doe maar. Zo makkelijk. In de jeugd willen allemaal gekke smaakjes. Ik heb hier blueberry bubblegum. Lekker smaakje. Beetje net als dat vape allemaal. Dat is ook te leuk aan het spul. Hier, lekker. Heerlijk smaak. Kan er ook nog. Blueberry bubblegum. En ik heb ook cookie. Die vind ik ook heel lekker. Gewoon in de 200 en chocomel. Ja. Deze heb ik in grote potten. $40 per stuk. Deze is een kleine sample. Deze...
This is not a test. Emergency broadcast in effect. An alien attack is happening in Huckabay. Shelter in place now. Lock all doors and windows. Do not attempt to flee or engage any unidentified entities. The threat is imminent and extremely dangerous. Emergency services are overwhelmed. There is no safe exit from the city. Power and communication outages may occur. Remain calm, stay hidden, and await further instructions. May you and your loved ones stay safe. This is not a test. End of message. This is not a test. End of message.
Weer anders, maar...
Emergency alert update. The alien attack on Huckabay has ended. The immediate threat has been neutralized, and the situation is now under control. Emergency services will begin rescue and recovery operations shortly. Further updates will follow. End of message.
So good evening, that's us done here at the Horror Zone. You probably noticed I've got a hat on. It's because it's got very cold here in the Netherlands. But we've just finished at Horror Zone. Now, Horror Zone over the last couple of years have been building up a backstory of a town called, or a village called Huckabay. It's a very American type village. There's a lot going on, and what has happened is the aliens have taken over. So even once you first get into the main zone, there are aliens running around. There are American policemen trying to understand what's going on. There are conspiracy theorists asking, do you know what's happened? Have you seen the aliens? Do you know what's happening? And every single attraction is based on the alien story. So there are 5 here. Now, last year it was two or three indoor attractions, and then there were a couple of big outdoor attractions in the woods. Because of some environmental issues, they've not been allowed to have people in the woods. There's some species or whatever that has meant they've not been allowed to do the trails through the wood, which does mean the trails are shorter than they were before. So last year there were 2 or 3 indoor mazes and 2 really big, long outdoor trails. Now, everything has been moved indoors, and with the marquees they've got, they're probably not the longest or the biggest they've got. But what's more important are the scares on the way. So we started with Crash Site 73. This is like how the aliens landed. You get to see the spaceship. It's more about what the government want to do with the aliens, how they want to control them, and to find out what's going on. So that was a great starter. We then moved from there. So sorry, I'm having to refer to my ticket. And then went into Texas Sundown. So Huckabay is an American. Sorry, I'm driving past. Is an American style town. Drop my ticket. So Texas Sundown is a chance to fight back against the aliens. Now, in this maze, you went through in groups of 2. One of them had a haunted lantern, the other had a gun, and there were aliens popping out forever. The aliens were fun, but we got more scares from the Marines shouting at us, going, go, 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 move and whatever. So, yeah, there was a lot happening in that maze. We then had Madame Julie's hippie hideout, which was as hippie as you can imagine. So this was a existential yoga loving woman who believed in the aliens and wanted to support the aliens and believed the aliens were here for to improve mankind. So it was a very spiritual, it was very mindful, very demure. And then as you went in, it turned out the aliens aren't as friendly as you expect they are. So you saw lots of attacks from the aliens. There was some really good lighting in this internal maze, and there was a lot going on. Yeah, we had fun. That was probably our favourite of the 5 mazes tonight. We then had the Golden Lady, which although they talked about the aliens, there weren't that many aliens in there, but this was a chance to go into a nightclub or a saloon, American saloon. The owner of the saloon was a bit of a drunkard. He'd run out, he'd lost all his alcohol, so he wanted us to go and find the beer, so we had to go through and find the beer. There were a number of really fun scenes in there. There were people playing pool, and there were strippers, and it was a great recreation of what a pub could look like, and it was a lot of fun along the way. I probably missed the alien content in that one, but there were probably some aliens on the way. And then the final one was I've got to get the full name because it is quite long. It's McFerguson's Meat Factory. Now this is somebody who owns a meat factory, and that has been taken over by the government, who are now processing the aliens for meat. This was where the fake ghost train was last year, and this was again a really good scare maze with some great sets and some really, really impressive scares. Again, it was probably a little bit shorter than than a standard maze, but again, it was great fun. Out in the main area, there's a bar, there's food, there's entertainment, and then you have the breakout. I think we've got in the video there the full breakout scene where like the aliens break out and there's a government warning, and it was a really, you know, it was a really fun extra addition to the event. All in, we felt that this year's Horror Zone was a step up from last year. They seem to have gone more professional. There was more detail in the sets, more details in the scares. There was a lot going on. The only thing we would say is we were lacking the long mazes of last year, because we were able to walk out in the woods last year and you'd have a 15, well, at least a 10-15 minute attraction. All the 5 indoor attractions were very short. You get through them. They're very, very good, very impactful. There's lots of scares, but you're out very quickly. Now, this is a temporary event. It's as we said, it's a non-profit event. They haven't got the money to spend on big sets, big actors and whatever. But the team here are really dedicated. They really know what they're doing and they really want to have fun. And we had a great time. So yeah, we do just want to thank Horror Zone for letting us come out for what we thought was the last event of the season. It's not. There is one more. But it was great to be able to be here in the middle of November and to prove that Halloween isn't over. And with that, we are going to sign off. And we will see you at our next event.